processing, high-level, explicit memory kinds of tasks. That delayed non-matching to sample task works really good in monkeys. They're super fast at it, and they do not forget. They're experts unless you mess up their rhinal cortex and hippocampus. So yeah, there's stuff like that. You can talk about how they're tested, and what are shortcomings are that rats aren't little people and monkeys are also not little people, but they're closer. So you can compare them a little bit. The next one you want to talk about that too, temporal lobe amnesia, referring to the case of HM. That's fairly straightforward, isn't it? What we learned about this disorder from studying HM and other patients, such as RB. But because RB had damage to a specific part of his hippocampus and not other, he had some memory losses that were not exactly the same as HM, without being giving you the detail here. HM had pretty much global anterograde amnesia. RB had sort of a different sort of. Is that helpful? You want the details, do you? I would just go to the pages, and there's about 6 pages in there that give you that. Yes.
Would it be okay on this question to talk about how they found out that HM had an implicit memory that they weren't aware of yet?
Yeah.
That would be okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And did they talk about implicit memory in RB at all? Or what was the issue with RB? Does anybody recall the issue with RB? I can go back to the lecture if you guys want. Yeah, I actually didn't come prepared to discuss these. Let's just do this. I'm hoping I've got. Yes, okay. So here we have it. Boy, that was a good guess. Medial temporal lobe amnesia, that's what we're talking about, right? So we've got a lot, but not all of the patients have. A few of them have some new explicit long-term memory, but most of them are really having problems with this, such as HM. Semantic memory may be normal, but the episodic memory they've got some problems with it. They're able to learn some facts, but as HM was able to gain some new information and do new tasks, he couldn't remember ever even doing them. So his episodic and his explicit memory were really messed up. Medial temporal lobe amnesics have some trouble imagining future events, and here's the issue with RB. During open heart surgery, RB suffered damage to just one part of his hippocampus. That was the CA1 region, because the cells are big there, and the circulation is really prominent in there, and when it shuts down, those cells that are really dependent on having good circulation start to die. And these pyramidal cells, these large cells, died on this site. And he developed an amnesia. And so he's got hippocampal damage, just to his hippocampus, not to the rest of his temporal lobe. Whereas HM had damage to his hippocampus, they took out his hippocampus, and they took out that bottom part of the medial temporal lobe. So HM's hippocampal damage, HM had more severe memory problems, and he had larger temporal lobe damage. RB's just got hippocampal damage, and he's got some of the same amnesia, but not as bad as HM. So more damage, more memory loss. It's starting to add up now. So you can build this story up. This is kind of a homework thing for you, but basically, I gave you kind of this information in class. And this is this green area is where RB had the problem. RB is a neuroscientist, by the way. He's one of us, and it was kind of interesting. I won't reveal more than that. But basically, HM's got all of this gone, whereas RB just has this green. So all of this area, HM's missing. They tried to just get this, but basically he's missing all of this part of his hippocampus. RB's just got damage here. But, that profound amnesia that RB has and also HM has suggests that you remove this part of the human hippocampus, you're going to get amnesia. And the more of that temporal lobe you remove, the more you're going to mess up other things. So, is that helpful? So
Can you go to the previous
pardon me?
Can you go to the previous one?
The previous slide?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one here?
No, the next one.
Okay.
No, the image actually.
The image. This one. Yeah. So that's on this is in lecture 21, I think.
I'm good,
Yeah.
thanks. I know.
Yeah. I impressed myself because I went to the right lecture and got the right slide right away. And I'm normally not this good, and they didn't practice this. It's just happened by accident. But I was lucky. Okay. It was an educated guess, but it was a good one. Patting myself on the back. I need some credit for doing something right today. Okay, other questions? So let's so we are here. So Korsakoff's syndromes. You look at this, so you know why I call these review questions now? This was page 265 to 271, 271 to 272. You basically do these review questions, you're reading that chapter from start to finish. And I've given you questions. Read these pages, you'll get the answer. And, oh, by the way, you might also pick up the answers to those darn multiple choice questions that Dr. Walls writes so badly. Actually, I don't write them all. There's a test bank that we have. But I do some of them. Okay, so 272 to 275, 275 to 281, 281 to 283, and 285 to 290. So you basically, if you do those questions, you've read through the chapter, yes.
I have read through it a couple times, but.
Yeah, but you're still puzzled. That's why you came, right? That's okay.
Can you go over number 8? I guess I just don't
Sure.
understand the LTP.
Okay, I knew someone was going to ask this. What is LTP? Why is LTP so interesting to researchers, and describe a specific demonstration of hippocampal LTP at a site of your choice using a simple diagram? Okay, tell you what, I actually answered this question. There's got to be